Thank you very much indeed. Well, 7 games down, 3 to go for the Republic of Ireland as they seek to make their way through this group and into the European Under-21 Championship finals for the very first time next year. The players just coming out now onto the playing surface here at Tallaght Stadium. Sparse enough crowd in the ground this evening, but that doesn't take away what is a huge occasion for Jim Crawford and his players as they look to take another big step towards creating some Irish footballing history. Latvia come here, having frustrated a couple of teams in this group. They played out a goalless draw with Italy all the way back in the first game. That was evidence of their ability to make life difficult for some of the stronger teams in the group. They were only beaten by a 1-0 by Norway last week. And they're set tonight to try and challenge the Republic of Ireland and halt the home team's momentum in this campaign. We'll bring you the team news very shortly, but first let's pause for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain upstanding for our on the pavilion.
So the stage set now for this European Championship qualifier. Ireland with games to come next month against Norway and Italy. Both those teams play this evening as well. They're up against one another a little bit later on. Let's take a check on the teams then. We'll start with Ireland, and the team shows 2 changes after that priceless victory in Turkey on Friday. It's an attacking Irish side. The highly rated Rocco Vata, now of Watford, is included in the starting team this evening, as is Ollie O'Neill. Conor Reardon and Adamo Umaku are the players to drop out of the starting lineup tonight. And a change in formation as well, as Damien mentioned earlier on, a 4-3-3 for Ireland this evening. There's our match referee tonight. It's Stefan Ebner of Austria, set to take charge. It is a very blustery evening, by the way, here in Tallaght Stadium. The flags, as you saw there during the national anthems, blowing quite strongly down in the corner. Here's the Latvia starting 11 tonight. They've made a couple of changes following that defeat to Norway last week. Ralph Maslovs comes into the defence while Glebs Patika is included up front. That means there's no place for Dario Sitz in their starting lineup tonight. He's currently playing his club football on loan with Helmond Sport in the Netherlands, but he remains on the books at Italian club Parma. So that's a blow for Latvia ahead of this evening's game. Conan Byrne alongside me for this one. Conan, what are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I'm expecting Ireland to take the game to Latvia. We'll have to be patient, but with the attacking threat in the wings of Vata, who has got 5 goals in qualifying, like the lads have said earlier on, and Ollie O'Neill on the wings, Andrew Moran playing off Sinclair Armstrong, we should have enough firepower to win the game. However, we have to be mindful of what Latvia have performed admirably in this group already, defeating Turkey and holding Italy goalless. But they've no points away from home, and we're hoping that trend continues tonight.
Yeah, they've struggled on the road, haven't they, Latvia, in this campaign, but they have proven to be pretty difficult opposition along the way for the stronger teams, as I say, in the group. That draw with Italy in the first game all the way back this time last year, one of the standout results. That was a goalless draw. They do have 7 points in the group, and they're currently ahead of Turkey on goal difference. Latvia will play Turkey and San Marino, the two teams below them, in their final 2 games in this campaign. But Ireland very much focused on themselves ahead of tonight's match. Jim Crawford has, well, he hasn't been shy, has he, Conan, in building up this fixture as being one of the most important that certainly he's taken charge of at under-21 level.
Yeah, it's a huge match this evening, and he was right. Damien asked him the question about 3 wins from 3 will get him qualified, but you need to look at this game tonight, and that's exactly what he's going to do. After the game against Turkey last Friday, it was the first thought of the squad's mind was for this game against Latvia this evening, and they'll be ready for this, no doubt about it.
It'll be Latvia to get us underway, playing from right to left in this opening half in those predominantly maroon jerseys. Ireland in traditional green and white, playing from left to right on a blustery but pleasant evening in the early autumnal sunshine here at Tallaght Stadium. Early touch there for Ollie O'Neill, unable to keep that one on the park, and it's out for a Latvian throw-in just along the sideline here. A crowd of between 1,000 and 2,000 expected tonight. It is on the smaller side, but given the senior game taking place in the road at the Aviva Stadium a little bit later on in the early evening kickoff time, just making it difficult for supporters maybe to get into the ground and support this Irish team. Ireland will be back at Turner's Cross in Cork for their home fixture against Norway next month. Latvia have got themselves another throw-in here. That looked like a handball on the part of the Latvian attacker Roberts Melkic, and it's a free kick for Ireland.
Yeah, just looking at the opening minute here of the game, the lads were talking about beforehand the flat 3 that Jim played against Turkey with Hodge, Healy and Moran in against Turkey. This tonight so far, you can see Andrew Moran playing a little bit closer to Sinclair Armstrong, so it's going to be a sitting 2 with Hodge and Healy sitting, and Andrew Moran just playing that little bit higher tonight.
Well, the UEFA graphic that we were given for the Irish selection this evening had a front 3 of Moran, Armstrong and O'Neill, with Healy, Hodge and Vatt, the 3 across the middle of the park. But that likely to change as the evening progresses. That one drilled forward, but only as far as a Latvian player. Pankovic got the touch. Forward it goes to Sinclair Armstrong. And now Ireland with an opportunity just to get the ball on the deck here and keep it for a little while. Playing surface in perfect order. The water you can see splashing up the sprinklers were turned on just before kickoff, as James Abanqua is fouled as he tried to make his way out there. Klaus Patika, the guilty party.
Yeah, just playing against the wind. It's causing a few issues to get out from the back so far. We'll have to keep the ball on the deck to try and get the players forward.
Sean Rowan takes it into the Latvian half. There's space over on this near side for Ollie O'Neill, who was calling for it. It will find its way to O'Neill eventually. Cuts inside. Ollie O'Neill here with the opportunity. Locked down by Ryan Guggs, but still there for Ireland. Picked up by the captain, Joe Hodge. Here's another opportunity. Ball drilled across. O'Neill for Ireland. Close opportunity. Just couldn't get the shot away in time. Still there for Ireland. And there's a free kick. The foul on Sam Curtis.
It would have been an unbelievable start. Andrew Moran down this right-hand side, cuts it back for Ollie O'Neill. He just hesitated a little bit too long in the box to get a shot away, and the Latvian defence were able to stop block it.
Still an opportunity here for Ireland. Here's the chance again, Conan.
Yeah, Moran just fires it in. Ollie O'Neill just gets caught underneath his foot. He gets the shot away, but it's a good block in the end from the Latvian right-back.
Blocked away in the end by Ravsevskis. And now Ireland with the free kick. 2 players standing over. It's Sean Rowan and Matthew Healy. It'll be Rowan to lift it in with that left boot towards the back post. So that take a flick off the defender on the way through. Well, it won't even make its way out over the end line, and Latvia can try and clear their lines here. Healy has made his way back to tidy that up for Ireland. They win it back, and the attack keeps moving now down that left-hand flank, and eventually the ball run out off the park. Rocco Vana just ran out of room there, but that's an encouraging bit of play from Ireland in the final third.
Yeah, they're trying to get that one-touch passing going to beat that Latvian defensive block that they're going to show tonight. They played 4-4-2 against Norway the other evening. I think look the way they set up, they're just looking like a 4-5-1 this evening, and it's going to take a lot for Ireland to break them down, but it was a good optimistic start.
The captain of the Latvian team is the goalkeeper Jānis Beks. He shifted that ball out to his right hand side, and that's helped to set up this attack. Nice little play in the middle, good touch from Melnus. Latvia have started with a bit of purpose here as it makes its way across to Rouse Maslovs. Latvia finished 5th in their qualifying group in the last campaign for the 2023 championships. Germany were the winners of that group. Latvia won 2 of their 10 games in that campaign. They've won 2 already in this one from their 7 matches so far. And that draw from Italy, from the Italy game, bringing their tally to 7 points right now. There's Jim Crawford, the Ireland manager. Would have been very relieved to have got that result in Turkey last week, courtesy of that Sam Curtis goal.
Yeah, it was a wonderful finish as well, where Sam, he was talking about his hamstrings being very tired after his run, but it was a 60-yard run, a magnificent finish at the end of it as well. And it's what Sam has done over the course of his career so far to date at only 18 years of age. It's pretty extraordinary.
Currently on loan at Peterborough from Sheffield United. And as Coleman says, looks like he's set for a big career. His attention now fully focused on the exploits here with the Republic of Ireland. Plays that ball back to his goalkeeper Josh Keeley. And now Sean Rowan. Latvia set up that defensive shape, and that's a loose ball across from Ireland, giving possession away cheaply to Roberts Melkis, and this might give Latvia an opportunity here to trouble Keeley. Just a little bit too much behind that pass on the way through, and Patika unable to get there in time.
Yeah, just the wind again playing havoc. Garcia McNulty trying a crossfield ball over to Ollie O'Neill, gets intercepted, and again the pass by Nedgelis just overran because of the wind.
That wind is blowing in favour of Latvia in this first half. It is swirling around the place here at Tallaght Stadium, but it is pretty significant in terms of strength, so it is making things a little bit difficult as a banquet takes it away here for Ireland.
Well, Jim talked about before the game about not wanting to score, or not having to score 10-15 minutes into a game. It's about being patient, trying to break the press that the Latvians have, and trying to keep the ball and wearing them down.
That was another loose pass from Ireland. It was towards Melkis again, but this time Ireland get away with it. O'Neill has made a good start down this right-hand flank and wins a free kick here. Sam Curtis cuts inside one challenge, has support in the middle. Moran out to that left-hand side. Here's Rowan now inside the area, pulls that one back. O'Neill was racing onto it, still there for Ireland. Inside the area again, possibilities. And in the end, Ireland have won a corner kick. That's really good play and good thinking from Rocco Vada. Knew that one was running across the line, but managed to get a corner out of it.
Yeah, it's twice now he's gone trying to get to the end line. His dribbling ability is very good. Just overran it a little bit, but managed to get the corner out of it.
So an opportunity here from the corner kick for Ireland. Sean Rowan has made his way across to take this one. You can just see the breeze blowing. It'll whip it back out from the goal, and the goalkeeper watched that one all the way. Jānis Beks caught that one nicely. Launches it down the field now. 2 Irish defenders making their way back. Lovely touch from Moran. That sets Ireland away again. Approaching the 10th minute mark in this first half. Vada is up towards the edge of the area. Vada with the shot. It's on target, but never really troubled Jānis Beks.
You can see already why Jim has made the changes though on that wide side. For Ollie O'Neill coming on the right hand side, and obviously Rocco Vada on the left hand side. They're trying to get on the ball and driving directly at the Latvian rearguard, and it's working out well so far.
Rocco Vada now playing with Watford, joined from Celtic in the summertime. Has been a player touted with loads of potential from a very young age, and now playing here in the green of Ireland at under 21 level. That's a good ball across to the aforementioned Rocco Vada. He's got a support run from Rowan, and he's got it too. Sean Rowan Left-footed effort, always rising over the crossbar, but good play again from Ireland.
Brilliant. What a crossfield ball by Joe Hodge. Sinclair Armstrong not particularly happy with Sean Rowe in this situation. He was looking for the ball across goal, never came. Sean went for it himself, and was high and wide.
Vata playing the ball off, and in the end, Rowan's effort off target. Rowan now of Lincoln City. Made his 100th appearance for the club recently in League One. He was in the game against Stevenage. Ball's gone out for a throw in here for Latvia. Maslovs will play it in field. Joe Hodge gets involved, so too Matt Healy.
Talking about players benefiting from senior experience, Sean Rome, when he was at Lincoln City, took a little break from English football and came back over and played on loan with Drogheda United, where he played particularly well. Went back across to his home club in Lincoln City, and has been an ever-present ever since. So it just goes to show that how important it is to get senior football.
Ireland win it back. Healy to a Banquet. And Selmo Garcia McNulty shifts it out to that left-hand side. The floodlights are on here at Tallaght Stadium, but it is still pretty bright. Ireland still looking for that opening goal. 10.5 minutes played now. Couple of half chances early on, but still Latvia clinging on to that clean sheet. Ireland with matches next month against Norway on the 11th of October, then finishing their campaign with an away fixture against Italy. The Italians leading the way in the group, 18 points in their 8 matches. The Republic of Ireland behind them on 16, but Ireland do have a game in hand, having played just 7 matches so far. And Norway tucked in behind on 15 points. So it's all very congested at the top of the table. The top team will qualify automatically. Here's Ollie O'Neill in a race there against Maslovs, and Ireland win the throw-in.
It certainly will be an exciting October. 2 games, if we can get the win this evening, coming up against these 2 big nations in Norway and Italy for a place at the Euros.
And Ireland missing out on the last finals in such agonising fashion after that playoff defeat on penalties against Israel. Italy were in Ireland's group in that campaign as well as the home team now. Shift possession to Garcia McNulty, back to Josh Keeley. A Banquet. Again, spotting that diagonal ball. Loads of space over there for Vata. Just hung up a little bit in the air with that breeze blowing, but Ireland still have it now. Moran. Hodge. Ollie O'Neill. Sam Curtis has some space on this right-hand side now. O'Neill went for the return. Instead, Curtis plays it in there. Armstrong was lurking. So Ireland enjoying lots of the ball, as we expected, but yet to find that lead goal. Banquet. Good run here from Curtis. He's just straight offside, however. You could see what he was trying to do. It was a good ball through as well from Hodge.
Yeah, it's a clever run from Curtis. He just wanted to get in behind Maslovs, just to test him out, test his pace. Just went a little bit too early.
Alexander Bazovs is the Latvian manager. Latvia have never qualified either for the Under-21 Championship finals. As Ireland win the ball back high up the field. Possibilities here, drilled across towards O'Neill. It'll fall nicely on the edge of the area here. Opportunity. Ricochets through. Shouts for handball from Ireland. It bounced up after Andy Moran struck that one. He struck it nicely too. Didn't quite find its way through, and the referee waving away the penalty appeal straight away.
Yeah, it did hit his hand, I think, but he couldn't have done anything about it. I think it's the correct decision by the referee.
Here come Ireland again. O'Neill, Curtis. Spots the gap there and goes through. That's a couple of times now Curtis has been fouled here. Wastes little time. Over to O'Neill. Drives it across, cleared away by Reingolks, but will be picked up by Curtis again. Lifts it in there nicely. Oh, and well done as well from Ireland. Lovely touch from Moran. No one in there to profit to it from an Irish point of view. And away come Latvia now. They've been under the cosh over the last 6 or 7 minutes, but here's an opportunity to build an attack. Ball all the way across was well read by Sean Rowan.
And Manus had a lot of space there in the middle of the pitch. Joe Hodge had to make a 40-yard run across the pitch to try and close him down. This is the instance with the penalty. He did turn his arm towards the ball, but I just think it was too close to his body for the referee to give it.
Moran has picked up a knock there just as he slid in to try and get his toe on that ball. Just readjusting his footwear now as that ball goes across the field of play, but it's straight to Rocco Vata here. Can Ireland make the most of it? Vata's ball through, and it might just fall for Armstrong. Chance here! Good save, O'Neill on the follow-up, it's still there! And in the end, it's finished off by Sinclair Armstrong. And Ireland have the breakthrough. Well, it took a couple of attempts, but eventually Ireland find a way through, and they take the lead in this crucial qualifier. Ireland 1, Latvia 0.
Yeah, it's a sloppy ball across the pitch from the Latvian midfielder. Rocco Vata takes full advantage of it, breaking through, being very direct like he has been all game so far. It's a poor ball from him, but the defender just manages to get his toe in it and allows Sinclair to get in front, gets a shot away. It's back to Ollie O'Neill, who gets another shot. It falls to Sinclair Armstrong, and he is not going to miss from there.
Well, no surprise to see Rocco Vata involved in the build-up. It was a good save initially from Yanis Bex, but nothing he could do as Armstrong passed it into an empty net, and you could just see the relief on the face of the Irish players just to get that breakthrough this early on. Takes a little bit of the pressure off, and now they find themselves in a very, very good position, having played 16 minutes of the opening half.
Yeah, Melkis will be really unhappy with himself with that crossfield ball. Rocco Vata took full advantage on it. He was on his toes, he was ready for it, and he's done what he's done he's been doing what he's doing all game, just driving at that Latvian defence. And they get the goal from it.
Well, can Latvia muster something in the way of a response here? They started pretty well in the first 3 or 4 minutes, but the Republic of Ireland enjoying a lot of possession since then. Latvia yet to pick up a point on the road in this campaign. Ball forward will be cut out by James Abankwah. Lofts it up into the air. Curtis is back now in a defensive position. Did very well to keep that one in play. Healy. And here's Armstrong. He's gone on the run here. Lifted through by Moran. And Armstrong has it. Running at the defender. And, well, he did hit the deck, but no real complaints in terms of that being a potential free kick, even a penalty inside the area, and eventually out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Vientis did well. Showed him down the line exactly what it was, a little nudge, nothing in that. It's good refereeing.
Ireland win it back again. This is Moran driving at that Latvian defence. Vata picks it up. Oh, I think he was looking to pass that one to Rowan. It might find its way through into Rowan anyway. It was cut out by Andy Moran. Latvia just hoofed that one away. Racing after it for them is Les Patika. James Abankwah always favoured to get there first, and does really, really well to win a free kick for Ireland in that defensive position.
Ireland are really putting the pressure down that left-hand side. Ravseskis at right back is really struggling with the pace of Vata, and Sean Rowan doing those overlapping runs all game. He's not getting much help from his winger, Kauslisis. And it's an area that Ireland are particularly strong on at this moment in time.
Well, Latvia have shipped a few goals in a few of their matches in this campaign. They lost 7-0 to Norway earlier on in their campaign. So they have shown an ability maybe to concede a few more goals than they have of late. They only lost to Norway by a goal to 0 last week, and they have set up pretty defensively here, but Ireland getting that breakthrough so early on just gives the home team a platform here. Picked up in the middle by Penkovics. Anmanis sends it forward to Patika. Banker's done very well in that duel so far. Comes out on top here again. As Sean Rowan for company as well. Instead spots the pass into Joe Hodge. Curtis. Hodge again. Healy. Rocco Vata has Sean Rowan waiting there in support, thinking about the ball in, whips it in left-footed, too close to the goalkeeper, and taken pretty easily by Yanis Becks.
Yeah, Sam Curtis was very disappointed with Ollie O'Neill down this right-hand side. He was expecting Ollie O'Neill to just put a bit of pressure on that left-back Maslows, drive in behind him, but he just came back rather than just being a little bit more aggressive in his play, a little bit more direct. A bit like what's happening over on the left-hand side.
Ireland just sitting off here ever so slightly. Latvia trying to find a way through. The ENTs crowded out of it in the end. Thrown right on that halfway line. Down the line it goes. Patika showing his strength there to hold off the initial challenge of Garcia McNulty. Then puts in the tackle on Joe Hodge. Back to Josh Keeley now for Ireland. Garcia McNulty. Ireland lead through that Sinclair Armstrong goal. Coming right on the 15th minute mark after some early pressure. And a second would make things very comfortable indeed for Jim Crawford's side. Ball across from Armstrong is cut out, but ricochets as far as Garcia McNulty. Really quick feet from Rocco Vata. Sets Ireland away again here. Players racing into the middle. One of them was Andy Moore. It just wouldn't sit up from there on the edge of the area. It'll come back out to Curtis. Well, that just wouldn't sit up for him either. And Latvia almost going to counter. Racing away was Melkus, but that's an important challenge coming across from Matt Healy.
It's a very good tackle because Joe Hodge and Andy Moore had already been in the Latvian box. Matt Healy doing that job as the number 6 at the moment, just interrupting that attack from Latvia. Because we have to remember, Latvia can still mathematically qualify for a playoff, so they're going to come out at some stage to try and get back into this game.
It finished 2-1 in favour of Ireland in the return fixture in Latvia earlier on in this campaign. That was a very, very tight game indeed, as Ireland go down the left-hand side again. Vata has been superb, being followed there by Rasevskis. Rowan back to Healy. Curtis is looking for it in the middle. Instead it comes to Garcia McNulty. The 9 group winners will go directly through to next year's finals in Slovakia. Second spot may send you through depending on how it matches up against the other runners-up. Then there'll be playoffs as well for the other second place teams, so qualification very much in Ireland's hands. If they win the remaining 3 matches, they will be at those finals next summer in Slovakia. But a long, long way to go in this qualifying campaign. Norway and Italy playing this evening at 5:30, so one of those teams at least will be dropping points. As Garcia McNulty picks it up for Ireland over as far as James Abankwah. Matthew Healy. Latvia just sitting off here a little bit now. They've got that defensive four now standing up here trying to repel this Irish attack. Vata with an ambitious long-range effort, never really got a hold of that one.
Yeah, it was good play from Latvia for the last couple of minutes there. They had a good shape about them. Ireland found it very difficult to play into those channels in midfield, and it was only when Rocco Vata came in off the left wing, found a bit of room and tried his luck from distance.
Here come Latvia down this left-hand side. Maslovs. Reingoks is ball into the middle. Picked up by Anmanis, and Latvia keep a hold of it. Rafsevskis has had a very difficult first half so far, trying to keep tabs on Rocco Vata. All the way back now to Janis Beks. Most of the Latvian players, all bar two, playing in their home country. Darius Sitz is one of the players in the squad that's not, but he's not involved this evening. On the books at Parma in Italy. One of the other players playing in Estonia, as Ireland win themselves a free kick. Moran fouled. Guilty party on that occasion was Reingoks.
It's a pretty silly foul to give away by Ryan Cogs. Andrew Moran was going nowhere. It was time to put a bit of pressure on, see what Andy Moran could do. Now Ireland can regroup and start again.
Rowan. Back to Anselmo Garcia McNulty now. Latvia just have dropped that little bit deeper and just soaking up this Irish pressure. That ball's forward for Armstrong. You could see the little shove though. And it's a Latvian free kick. VNT's fouled.
Just the Irish players were a little bit static there when Garcia McNulty got on the ball. There was no real movement for him, and it was only when Sinclair just tried to get in behind Vientis, and it was an easy decision for the referee after that one.
Paul McShane and Jim Crawford, you'd imagine, pretty happy with what they've seen so far. Though second goal would make it a little bit more comfortable, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they're being patient with their play. They've got their goal now. They just want to kind of wait for the gaps to appear, and once they do, they'll go for it.
And that's what Jim Crawford was speaking about before the game, that patience will be important, as O'Neill keeps this on the park for Ireland. Tries to get away from Maslovs. Curtis back to Banqua. Garcia McNulty into the team captain. But Joe Hodges ball through, looking for Ollie O'Neill, all the way to Janis Beks, the Latvian goalkeeper, and that gives the visitors the possession back as they look to launch an attack here. They haven't really threatened Josh Keeley's goal. There's a foul from Curtis, and that'll be a yellow card as well, the first of the evening. Curtis just halting the progress there of Roberts Melkus, who turned nicely.
Yeah, good bit of play by Melkus, little nutmeg on Sam, and Sam just grabs him down. It's a yellow card offence. Again, good refereeing.
Stefan Ebner of Austria, our match referee, and Sam Curtis the first into his book this evening. And now the free kick to be taken by Ralph Maslovs. Hasn't got a whole lot on in front of him in terms of options. Was looking for Bruno Melnish. Now Latvia do win the ball back. Touch there for Lev Patika, but Ireland get in there to interrupt that situation, and Abankwa now has the free kick for Ireland. Chance for the home team to get up the park again.
Yeah, great little bit of skill by Abankwa. He was wanting the referee to let him play on after his little bit of trickery there.
Abankwa had a loan spell at Charlton, still on the books at Udinese, where he's an unused sub in the early league games in Italy this season. Josh Keeley just has the time here to assess his options. Eventually goes to Anselmo Garcia McNulty, who can drive into the Latvian half here now. Gets that one away. That's a late challenge, however, and that'll be another booking. And this time it's Bruno Melnis, the Latvian attacker. Pretty rash challenge as Garcia McNulty got that ball away.
Yeah, it is a poor challenge. Kind of lifts his foot at the end, catch the ankle. It's not a nice one. Referee didn't seem too pleased. He ran over like...
Certainly wasn't happy with that one. And Melnis, the second player into the book this evening. 29.5 minutes played now at Tallaght Stadium. Sinclair Armstrong's goal has Ireland in front here in this crucial European Championships qualifier. So that's the platform here for the free kick. It's in a good area. That breeze still swirly. You can see the flags the top right of your picture. The wind blowing in favour largely of Latvia in this first half. Rowan goes short. It'll be picked up by Moran, who sends it across. Unfortunate with the ricochet there because it came off him last and out across for a Latvian goal kick.
Yeah, there's been a couple of well-worked set pieces that Ireland have done. It was one on down our side here. It was played to Sinclair Armstrong at the back post, and that one then into Andrew Moran. It's just unfortunate that it came back off him.
Hodge just trying to get on the ball in the middle. It's all very competitive, and now Latvia have the ball forward here. For a moment it looked like that was going to work out for Klaus Patika. Ireland got back there in time. There's evidence of the breeze. They're just holding that ball up and in the end blowing it out across the sideline. It's a Latvian throw-in for Raz Maslovs. Curtis trying to get the challenge in on Melkis. Now Ireland do have it back. Moran plays it to Hodge. Vata's through the middle. And eventually the assistant flags that for a Latvian throw-in. Hodge doesn't agree.
I think it just popped off the back of his heel on his way out. I think again, the assistant referee got that one correct.
Will Latvia be happy with how they've responded, Conan, after the goal?
I think so, but I don't think Jim Crawford will be too happy with how Ireland have been. They've got their goal. Obviously, they're a bit more patient in their play, but you'd just like them to have that attacking threat that they had in the opening 10-15 minutes of the game, and it's kind of gone. They're just playing around with the back. I'd like to see Ollie O'Neill get a bit more direct on this side. So yeah, I think Jim would have a few words at half-time in terms of how they can get higher up the pitch quicker.
We can see him at the edge of his technical area, just issuing on the instructions. Ireland coughing up possession rather cheaply there. A Banquet returns that one into Latvian territory. Vata was underneath it. Instead, it's picked up by Olgirds Ravsevskis. And away goal Latvia now. Growing in confidence a little bit, having conceded that goal back in the 16th minute. Nicely done, and the ball into the area now, picked up by Bruno Melnis. Back outside, shot driven in. It's a first effort on target for the visitors. It's come from Kaspars Anmanis. And that evidence of Latvia growing back into the game.
Yeah, and we've allowed that to happen. I think if we had just kept it kept it down their side of the pitch, keep attacking their weak links, which is their fullbacks. We stopped doing it, and we're just trying. Everything is a little bit more compact now, and that's the way the Latvian team are set out. They want everything compact. They want everything through the middle of the pitch, and that's what's happening at the moment.
Moran towards the run of Vata, but well shepherded out by Oskars Vientis, the Latvian defender.
That fluid nature of the first opening 10-15 minutes has evaporated a little bit, like we've talked about. Just trying to get our foot on the ball, and quick one-touch, two-touch pass in between those central midfield players, get us up the pitch, and it just hasn't worked out the last while.
Another loose pass from Latvia, and Ireland profit from that. This is Ollie O'Neill up to the edge of the area. Hodge with the effort, brings it back across. Armstrong again for Ireland. Well saved by Yanis Becks. And the chance goes a begging. Again, it came from a loose Latvian pass. Hodge turned down the opportunity of a shot to find Armstrong brilliantly, but the goalkeeper makes a good save.
Such a clever pass by Joe Hodge, because you're right, he could have had a shot off himself, but he decided to hang it up to the back post where Sinclair Armstrong was waiting. probably took a little bit too much time on it, and it gave the opportunity for the goalkeepers to come out and block him down.
So Ireland pass up the opportunity of a second goal here, which would make things a whole lot more comfortable. Latvia have won themselves a free now down the other end of the field. There you see the incident with Garcia McNulty involved, just tugging the shirt of Glebs Patika. Again, loose pass from Latvia, and now another opportunity for Ireland to attack. This is with Healy. He's got O'Neill in support. Armstrong's in there as well. This is Ollie O'Neill, puts it across, and for Ireland again, this time it fell to Rocco Vata. Just never got a hold of that shot. He had loads of time to think about it.
Wonderful opportunity. Matt Healy with a great little slide rule past Ollie O'Neill. Puts a ball, good ball across the box. You'd expect Rocco Vata to hit the target. Unfortunately, he drags his shot wide. It's a really poor finish from his standards.
So another chance for Ireland, but they come away with nothing, but still retain that 1-goal lead through Sinclair Armstrong's opener. It's the turn of the senior team later on at the Aviva Stadium against Greece. 7:45 kickoff for that one. As Banquet finds Joe Hodge. This is Healy. Anselmo Garcia McNulty finds Healy again. Healy picks out a nice pass towards Armstrong. Here's Curtis. O'Neill. Hodge. Moran made the run. Instead, Hodge retains possession and goes all the way across to Sean Rowan. Good left-footed ball in. Goes towards Armstrong. Important defensive header from a Latvian point of view. And then the defensive effort completed by the clearance of Rals Maslows.
Much better from Ireland. You can hear Joe Hodge in front of us here. He was just saying, shouting to his Irish teammates, 2-touch. And once he said that, they all just went exactly that, 2-touch up the pitch. And it's much better from Ireland over the last 2-3 minutes.
Curtis gets things back underway with the throw-in as far as Hodge. Now, a Banquet. Andy Moran. That ball went out. The assistant spotted that, and it's out for a Latvian throw-in. Good defending, good work from the visitors. Getting involved was Kristers Penkovics. Curtis got in there with the initial touch there, out for another Latvian throw-in. Another ball across the field of play, given away by Latvia, and to that man Rocco Vata with a wrong way shot! Cracks the inside of the post, it's still there for Ireland. Picked up by Armstrong. Vata again. What an effort. Off that right boot, Healy. And now Rowan drills it across towards Ollie O'Neill. Cleared away by Latvia. Hodge down as far as Curtis. Curtis has continued his run here, and now is the time maybe to pick a ball across. Patted away by the goalkeeper again, it fell to Vata. Back out towards Healy. Then hoof cleared by Latvia. The bank was back there to try and deal with it. Play is stopped. One of the Latvian players, I think, felt the full force of that attempted effort and would have a stoppage in play. But a couple of chances for Ireland in that passage of play.
They're certainly architects of their own downfall, Latvia. The amount of passes they've played blind across the centre of the pitch, which Ireland have intercepted in this opening 38 minutes, has been extraordinary. And again, Penkovics plays it across to Vata. Again, driving at the defence. What a strike. Just off the inside of the post and out. A wonderful strike from him. We talked about it a couple of minutes ago where he didn't catch his strike that came across the box. And this one, Curtis bombing down the right-hand side like we saw against Turkey. It comes out to Vata again, but it's a brilliant, brave block by Raskevskis to keep the game at 1-0.
Just a shake of the head from Vata. He's had a couple of chances, hasn't he? But he's been so heavily involved for Ireland.
He's probably saying to himself, how have I not added to my 5 goals in qualifying? Because he has been the thorn in that Latvian defence with his driving runs from midfield, but like I said, the Latvia midfielders aren't helping themselves by playing those blind passes across the pitch. I think it's 3 or 4 times that's happened now, and Ireland have taken full advantage.
And I think that's where the best Ireland chances probably have come from, Conan, aren't they? Those loose passes across. You just wonder, is the wind having a bit of an impact as they try to play that ball across the field of play. Play's going to restart here in the middle. And away we go again with Joe Hodge in possession. Half-time approaching now at Tallaght Stadium. Ireland would love to get that second goal just before half-time, just to give themselves a little bit more breathing room. Latvia have had one shot on target in this first half. Curtis has to trot back to retrieve that one. Picked up now by a Banquet. Vata races away from the first challenge, holds off the second as well. It's still Rocco Vata, brilliant, in along the end line, still Rocco Vata, and in the end wins himself an Ireland a corner kick. How about that for some play?
It's brilliant play. I was thinking when he was going to deliver the ball, though, he got by 1, 2, 3 players, and I think he just got to the stage where he goes, I'm going to keep going here, I'm going to try and do a Lino Messi. But it was an extraordinary bit of play, bit of skill getting by those players. Just want that end product just to be a little bit better.
So a corner kick for Ireland. Latvia back up to the full complement. Rasevskis is back on the field. And Matt Healy now will whip this one in right-footed. Wind coming over his left shoulder. It's a good ball too. And Selma Garcia McNulty was underneath it. Well defended by Latvia. And now they'll try and go on the counter. Maslovs under pressure. Does well to get it back. And now a Banquet. Again, showing his defensive capabilities there and winning the initial ball, but then Ireland give away the free kick. Referee just making sure that this is taken from the right area. And away we go again. Well, is there another goal in this game before the break? Might Latvia draw level? Nice spin away from the challenge by Maslovs. Driving down this left-hand side. Curtis just has to be careful, he's on a yellow. Ball drilled across, this could go anywhere! It's in the net! Latvia are level. Kaspers Almanis finishes beyond Josh Keeley. And well, the visitors square things up in Tallaght Stadium. We wondered would Ireland get a second just to make things more comfortable down the other end, but Latvia are right back in this game.
It's really poor play by Ollie O'Neill. He lets Maslovs get wrong side of him. He's just not working hard enough to get back to make that block in. But take nothing away from the finish. It's a magnificent finish from Amanis. But it's really poor play from Ireland. Sam Curtis on the yellow card. I think if he had not been on it, he probably would have taken him down. But Ollie O'Neill, I feel, has to do much better than that to stop the cross coming in. He's let him run 40 yards. But it's a wonderful finish by Amanis.
And well, that levelling goal for Latvia a couple of minutes before half-time, that's going to certainly change the tone and perhaps the content of Jim Crawford's half-time team talk. Ireland, for all their dominance, they've hit the post, they've had a couple of chances. Yannis Bex has made a couple of saves, preventing that second goal for Ireland. And now Latvia find themselves level. There's an update from the other game in the group. Italy, the group leaders, have taken the lead against Norway. That game underway since 5:30 Irish time. So Italy set to add 3 points to their tally. That would move them on to 21, and Ireland would be on 17 if things were to finish as they are right now at Tallaght Stadium. Long way left to go, but Latvia energised by that equalising goal from Kaspers Almanis.
We did talk about Latvia having a mathematical chance of making that playoff, and they were always going to come out at some stage. And the way Maslovs drove up that wing, just wanted somebody just to go over and make a challenge, and Ollie O'Neill was the perfect person to do that. felt as if he wasn't ready for it.
Can Ireland respond before half-time? O'Neill looking for Hodge. Irish throw-in. Final minute now of the regulation 45. Picked up by Curtis. Flicked on by Moran. Armstrong was in there. Healy gets across to keep it alive for Ireland. Picked up by Hodge again. Curtis in support. Clips it across. No one there in a green shirt to get on the end of it. And hooked away by Latvia. Garcia McNulty got the initial touch. Healy. Moran does well, then Healy wins a free kick.
I think he's been Irish best player in the first half. Himself and Vata. Vata obviously has the ball and is being very direct, but Matt Healy has just won everything in that midfield area. I think he's got a pass completion rate of around 100% as well. Can't see him giving the ball away. He's winning his tackles, winning his duels. I think he's had a fantastic first half.
Stefan Ebner, the Austrian match official, just speaking there to Bruno Melnus. He's on a yellow card already, so he needs to be careful. 1 minute of added time. Sinclair Armstrong plays that one off the Latvian defender Grafseskas, and out for an Irish corner. Ireland just taking their time, making their way up. At Banquin, Garcia McNulty, Sean Rowan's in there as well. These the final few seconds now of the opening half here at Tallaght Stadium. Ireland pegged back by that goal by Kaspers Anmanis. Here's the delivery. Hanging up there. Garcia McNulty was after it for Ireland. Coming across Hodge, showing his strength there to hold off the challenge. And does brilliantly to keep it in play. And wins another corner kick down on this right-hand side this time.
It's brilliant play by the captain. The tenacity shown to win the ball. To get a corner out of that situation is fantastic.
Now, can Ireland make the most of it? It'll be taken by Sean Rowan with that left foot. Rowan. Good delivery. Goalkeeper flapped at it, but was fouled in the process. It had fallen nicely for Rocco Vata, but there is the half-time whistle here at Tallaght Stadium. Well, it was going to plan for Ireland. They'd taken the lead after 15 minutes of the opening half through that man Sinclair Armstrong, but Latvia hitting back just before half-time. Kaspers Anmanis with a fine finish after a good Latvian move down the left-hand side, and it's all square here at the break at Tallaght Stadium, and all to play for in the second half. It's Ireland 1, Latvia 1. We're back with half-time analysis after the break. Marie, thank you very much indeed. Almost set to go for the second half. There's one change on the Latvian team for this second period. Ivans Patrikefis, who is just coming in wearing number 19, is in. And Bruno Melnus is the player to make way. Probably no surprise to see Melnus withdrawn, because we saw him, Conan, being spoken to by the referee just before half-time. He was on a yellow card and had committed a foul as well. So his evening is over. And Latvia making that one change, but no change on the Ireland team just yet. No change just yet. Jim, I'd say he's just going to wait and see how the next 15 minutes are doing. In terms of his attacking play, I think down this left-hand side they've been brilliant. Rocco Vata in particular. Andy Moran has been up there to support, and obviously Sinclair Armstrong holding it all up and getting his goal. It's just the other side I'd be a little bit worried in terms of Ollie O'Neill and Sam Curtis. Sam obviously getting up and down the wing, getting good deliveries into the box. But Ollie O'Neill, I just think he just needs to do a little bit more on that right-hand side in terms of her attacking play, getting in the box, and the ball's on the opposite side, and just being a little bit more proactive. So Stefan Ebner sets the signal for us to get underway in the second half. Ireland playing from right to left as the sun re-emerges here at Tallaght Stadium. The wind still blowing very strongly, probably an aid of Ireland in the second half, but it is swirling there down on the playing surface as the home team into some early possession. Healy in towards Joe Hodge. What do you think, Conan, the message would have been from Jim Crawford at half-time?
Well, I think just to keep doing what they were doing. The lads mentioned just in commentary there, or in analysis at half-time, that there was a lull in that first half period, and they're right, and there was no need for it, because we were on the front foot, we were on the ascendancy, and we just died off. It was just, I think we got the goal and we were just being patient. I don't know if it would be complacency or not, but it's just important that when you're on that 1-0 scoreline, it's so important to get that second goal. and with chances to get it, just hadn't taken it.
Well, Ireland will hope to get off to a good start in this second half. The Latvian goal just coming before half-time, giving them momentum heading into the break. Ireland on the attack down that right-hand flank. Loose ball from Ollie O'Neill. Ireland win it back, however. Hodge is in there. Here's a Banquet. That's Sam Curtis, who's also on a yellow card. Hodge. Latvia setting up that defensive shape again. O'Neill this time does really well, and he's won himself a free kick. That'll be a yellow card. Referee had the hand in the pocket pretty early. Maslovs will go into the book. So there's confirmation of that yellow for Maslovs. And there's another yellow card, I think, Conan.
Yeah, Patik up front. I think it was just for dissent. He got another yellow card as well. So they're totting up nicely.
And a free kick for Ireland in a good position here. A couple of players standing around it. Sean Rowan has the ball in hand. Matthew Healy in there as well. Referee just jotting down those pair of bookings before we get things back underway here. Early stages of the second half, the Irish goal coming from Sinclair Armstrong all the way back in the 16th minute. Feels like quite a while ago now. Ireland had a hatful of chances after that as well to extend their advantage, but matters all square. Italy leading Norway in the other game in the group by 1-0. Italy the group leaders as things stand. Here comes the Irish free kick. Rowan's delivery left-footed. Cleared away initially by Latvia. Hodge will keep it alive for Ireland. Sam Curtis lofts it in. Garcia McNulty has found a pocket of space. This one might fall nicely for Vata. Couldn't get there in time to swing the right boot at it. Comes back out to Curtis. Here's Matthew Healy again. Clips it forward as far as Rowan has made his way across this left-hand flank. Ball is still in play. The assistant watching it from the far side. Vata applying the pressure. Wind holding that one up in the early evening sunshine. Garcia McNulty back there showing his strength to hold off the challenge, and seems to have picked up a pretty sore knock there. You can hear that one on the pitch side mic. Just clipped by Gleb's Patika, who's on a yellow. And away Ireland go again. So lots of possession again for Ireland in the early stages of this second half. Nothing in the way of a meaningful chance just yet.
No, it's all about keeping possession now. Just work that Latvian low block. Try and create chances from it.
The Banquet sent that one forward. I think he was looking for O'Neill. Run was through as well from Andy Moore, and in the end the ball beats everybody.
I think that's what Ireland have to be looking out for now in the second half. That ball with the wind running through, right through into the for goal kicks. It's just to kind of keep those passes short and sharp.
Jim Crawford watching on from the technical area, hoping his side can re-find that bit of momentum that they'd built up in the middle part of that first half. Hodges headed forward, finds Moran, and Hodges continued his run, has support on the outside as well. This is better from Ireland now. Sam Curtis looking for a ball across, too close to the goalkeeper. Armstrong was in there, Vata was at the back post as well. Jens Bex has had a good game for Latvian goal. Here's his opposite number, Josh Keeley for Ireland. Nice little pass out as far as Hodge. This is much, much better now from Ireland. Picked up again by Moran. Has support from O'Neill. Armstrong and Vata in the area. Ollie O'Neill retains possession. Hodge. Good defending again from Latvia. Now they've set up that defensive shape. Healy. The runner coming onto it is Garcia McNulty. Switch of the angle from Ireland. Rowan cuts inside the first challenge. Time to pick the ball in. Right-footed delivery. It's a good one. Chance! Armstrong was in there. O'Neill as well. The ball almost fell perfectly for one of them to have a shot. Still there for Ireland. Curtis clips it back in. Did that take a flick on the way through? I think it did. And that's out for an Irish corner.
I just mentioned those sharp, short, sharp and crisp passes that we needed to play in this second half, and it started really well. And it was just Ollie O'Neill just caught it underneath his feet again. Just wasn't expecting it to fall from him. Would have been a simple finish otherwise.
So Ireland applying the pressure into the 7th minute now of the second half here at Tallaght Stadium. The corner will be taken by Matthew Healy towards that front post. It was headed behind for another corner by Gles Fatika. So much like the first half, Ireland starting the second very well. It's another chance now for Healy. Plenty of Irish bodies in there to aim at. Better ball this time. Again, Latvia get the initial header and then cleared away by Penkovic, who boots it downfield. That's a pretty rash jump on the part of Anmanis. The goal scorer from the first half just clattered into Sam Curtis.
It was a good opportunity for him to go and win the ball, because he had the momentum to go and win it. Instead, he made a really silly foul on Sam Curtis. It gives Ireland back in the ascendancy once again.
Well, Jim Crawford and the Irish management team speaking about the need for patience in the lead up to this game, before the game today as well. And Ireland certainly will need it in this second half. You feel Latvia just tucking into that defensive formation again, as Ireland try and find a way through. Here's some space for Ollie O'Neill. Curtis on his outside. Ball into the area. Referee happy enough that that was a fair and legal challenge. It's gone out for a corner kick.
It's a wonderful tackle by Ryan Goggs, because Ollie O'Neill just waits and delays his pass to Sam Curtis, who gets in, just gets that little touch. Just gets a touch on it. It's a very good tackle for the Latvian centre-half.
End result is an Irish corner kick once again, this time from the far side. Taken quickly this time by Andy Moran. Back it comes to Sean Rowan. Looking for that return ball, but there's what you were speaking about, Conan, just the wind carrying that one all the way through beyond the right boot of Moran and out across the end line.
Yeah, I like the way they're trying to mix up their set pieces, though. Instead of just putting it into the box the whole time, they are trying to create little different things. It just didn't work out for them that time.
You've got to look at the flags there. Just gives you an indication as to how strong that breeze is, blowing from right to left as we watch it here. Latvia playing into the elements in this second period. Looks like there's going to be a forced change on the Latvian team here, because one of the players has gone down off the ball. It's Rafsevskis, who is going to be called ashore here, it looks like.
He's been struggling since that block from Rocco Vata in that first half. He went down at half-time as well, looking for some treatment as all the players exited the pitch. And he looks like he's really struggling to see out this game.
So he's just making his way off the touchline on this near side of the field. Meantime, Latvia, I think, are getting a substitute ready on the far side. We'll update you on that when it happens. Referee's going to allow play continue. And we get back underway with Yanis Bex taking this goal kick. Hodge is underneath it for Ireland, shows his aerial prowess on this occasion to win the header. Rocco Vata had such a good first half, looking to spark Ireland into life in this second, unable to find a way past the challenge. Throw it for Rowan. Banqua. Curtis. Hodge just loses possession in the middle, and Latvia have it back now, and a chance to hit Ireland here, because a lot of players in green shirts have made their way forward. Kauselis. Latvia lose it though, and Hodge sends it forward here for Sinclair Armstrong, the goal scorer from the first half. Running at the challenge, Sinclair Armstrong for Ireland. Thinking about the shot, plays it to Hodge instead. Here's Sam Curtis. Lofts it in right-footed. But again, too close to Yanis Bex, and the chance goes a begging.
It's a really poor delivery from Sam. It's completely unlike him. But in those positions for Sinclair Armstrong, you just want them to just go 1v1 and go directly at that centre-half and try and get your shot away. It's a good play in the end from VNTS. You just want your centre-forward to get a shot away in those situations.
Joe Hodge Moran. Curtis on the overlap. Ireland on the attack again. Low delivery this time. Moran. Ireland probing without carving open a gilt-edged opportunity in this second half. Into the 57th minute in Tallaght Stadium, this pivotal European Championship qualifier. Ireland started the night second in the group. They'd finish it second in the group as things stand, but they would fall 4 points behind group leaders Italy. With a pair of games to go. Here's Curtis. Hodge. Healy. Looking for O'Neill. The Latvian clearance just about works out. Rowan got a touch there. He's claiming that's an Ireland ball, but the assistant flagging in favour of Latvia. And now we're going to have another Latvian change. And it will be that change that we did expect, with Rafseskas making way after picking up that knock in the first half. And it's Davids Druzinins who's set to come in, wearing number 2.
I think Rafseskas will be happy to see the back of Rocco Vata, from judging by that first half performance. So substitute, we'll have to deal with him now for this last half an hour or plus.
Would you be happy with the start of the second half from an Irish point of view, Conan?
Yeah, like as I said, it's just very important that we keep Ireland in the ascendancy, playing Latvian half. I'd like to see us getting a little bit more chances, though. We haven't tested Janis Beks yet in this second half. So there's a lot of huffing and puffing.
Latvia, as expected, providing stern opposition. The fixture between these sides earlier in the campaign, in Latvia finished Ireland 2, Latvia 1. Ireland would take a similar scoreline right now. But still plenty of time for Ireland to find a way through to get that lead goal. 32 minutes left to play in Tallaght Stadium. Italy leading Norway by 1-0 in their fixture that got underway at 5:30. As Sean Rowan picks it up for Ireland. Vata. Felt he was fouled there. Referee wasn't interested. Reingoks was the player that got the touch.
Reingoks has actually moved out to this right-hand side, so he wanted to get really tight to Rocco Vata and make sure that he wasn't going to get a 1v1 at him. It's going to be an interesting battle.
Joe Hodge to Curtis. Ollie O'Neill. Hodge again. The Irish captain switching the angle of attack all the way across to Sean Rowan. Rowan's ball across. It'll come out to Healy. Healy! It's not a bad effort. Controlled it nicely, but in the end it sails over the crossbar.
It popped up nicely for him. It was a nice chest control. And as he ran onto it, you'd expect him just to try and keep it down, but he was leaning back a little bit, and that's what made the elevation go up over the bar.
So a chance for Ireland, but still it remains all square as we enter the 60th minute. The bank was sliding in. Ireland win it back, clip forward. Now Sinclair Armstrong goes after it. The Latvian defence doing well. Vienties was under pressure, and now back to Janis Beks. Hanging this one up, but it doesn't quite come off for Kauselis. Then Ireland's unable to keep it on the field of play. It's a Latvian throw-in, and you'd imagine Latvia pretty happy with the situation that they're in here.
Absolutely. Sean Rowan there gave the ball away needlessly. Tried to play it back to Garcia McNulty. Plays it directly out of play. Just need to calm down a little bit. There's still half an hour to go. There's plenty of time to get a second goal.
Throw in again for Latvia, this time down in that right-hand corner. And this will give them some territory here in this second half. And no surprise to see them taking their time as they make their way forward. Reingoks is going to take it. And it looks like it's going to be a direct delivery into the Irish area. You can see one or two Irish subs getting ready on the far side as Reingoks throws it in, headed away by Hodge. Anselmo Garcia McNulty was there as well. Again, Latvia clip it into the area, cleared away. Then there's the shot coming in. Not a bad effort at all from Penkovics, but not enough power behind it to really trouble Josh Keeley.
It's a handy save from Josh. But they're still getting chances. I think that's the third shot they've had on target in this game.
Vata has 2 defenders for company this time and just crowded out of it in the end. Again, it's Bex. Oh, Ireland have won it back. Ollie O'Neill has done brilliantly. A couple of players in support. Can Ireland make the most of it? Joe Hodge plays it across. Oh, it's a great opportunity for Andy Moran. It's off target in the end. Another big opportunity for Ireland.
It's a huge chance. It's great play by Ollie O'Neill on that right-hand side. He lays it back to Joe Hodge, who had the awareness to play it inside to Andy Moran. He should have hit it with his right foot. He lets it come up right across his body onto his left, when it would have been easier to play it with a stronger foot.
Again, the chance for Ireland coming from Latvia coughing up possession. How often have we said that tonight? The goal came from a similar mistake in the first half. But this time Latvia survive, and the game remains Ireland 1, Latvia 1. 28 minutes left to play. This was branded a must-win fixture by Jim Crawford in the lead-up to the game. Branded as one of the most important games that Ireland have had at under 21 level, as Latvia go on the attack here again inside the area with Gledz Patika. Ball whipped across. Oh, Keeley got to it. Oh, it's a Latvian goal. And the visitors lead. It's headed home by the substitute, Patrick Evis. And would you believe it, Latvia take the lead at Tallaght Stadium.
Oh, it's desperate play from Ireland. A really poor passage of play. Great ball in. Josh Keeley just palms it out to the centre forward. And it's really poor goalkeeping. You'd expect him to hold it. He didn't know whether to punch it or to catch it. He did neither. It just fell for the striker. And it popped in. Easy finish for him. And then Ireland now have to come back from 2-1 down.
Well, it's disappointment for Josh Keeley, the Irish goalkeeper, and Ireland. And now they find themselves behind in this all-important qualifier. There's been another substitution on the Irish team. Adamo Amaku is on. Ollie O'Neill, the player to make way. Well, in the space of, 90 seconds, Ireland had a great chance down one end, off target in the end from Andy Moran, and down the other, Latvia take the lead through Patrick Evis with that close range header. And now Ireland really have a mountain to climb. Time on their side, however. Ball with Healy. Sean Rowan. Latvia haven't won a point on the road in this campaign. They've got 7, but all of them coming at home. Now Ireland find themselves in a difficult position. Hodge to Moran. In towards Ireland again. Sean Rowan, it sets up nicely! And it's all square again. Instant response from Ireland. Sean Rowan on the mark. And that brings the home team right back into it. Super response. It's Ireland 2, Latvia 2.
It's a brilliant response from Ireland. Joe Hodge in the centre, but again, Andy Moran with a wonderful ball across the box to Sean Rowan, who takes a touch, takes his time and buries it into the corner past Bex. A wonderful finish from the Republic of Ireland left back.
We've really got a game on our hands here now at Tallaght Stadium. You've got to give Ireland huge credit. That's a wonderful finish from Sean Rowan. Struck it sweetly on that left boot. And it's all square again. 25 minutes left to play. Ireland 2, Latvia 2.
He had a goal ruled out against Turkey last Friday night. He gets his opportunity tonight, and he takes it wonderfully well. A great strike with his left foot.
The game really has opened up now. Ireland gave possession away there rather cheaply, but they've tidied up that situation pretty well. Kauselis was the player to pick it up there just outside the area. Well, Latvia's lead didn't last very long. And Ireland bouncing right back, but they still need to find that lead goal, the home team, to gain those all-important 3 points in the race to qualify for next year's finals. we're going to have another substitution here. That's the reason for the whistle sounding, to just hold play here for a second. Christophers Rekis, wearing number 11, will come in, and Christians Kauselis is the player to make way. Rekis in for the final 24 minutes or thereabouts in Tallaght Stadium. Hodge has it for Ireland. Forward it goes, first time. And Sinclair Armstrong wins the race. Now waiting for support to come up to help him out here. Armstrong looking for an option. Oh, is that a foul? The referee was watching from close quarters. Amaku felt that he might have been fouled there.
He definitely felt something, but then he didn't give too much of an indication that it was. He was stood on. Looks like the referee was just blocked by Ryan Coggs.
And I think the defender knew straight away, didn't he?
Yeah, he has caught him. Ireland lucky not to have been given a penalty there, for sure, Colin.
Well, let's see how significant that might be over the course of the next 25 minutes or so. But it remains level. Forward it goes to Armstrong. Nods it down as far as Vata. Thought had been well marshalled in the second half down this side. That switch from Latvia seems to have worked pretty well. That man on your picture, Rongogs, has come across to try and quell the influence of Rocco Vata.
He has, but he was a bit poor for the goal because he has that centre-half head on him, and he got caught, brought inside, and it gave Sean Rowan the opportunity to have that time and space to pick a spot because Ryan Coggs got caught in the middle of the pitch.
Hodge shifts it quickly. Moran. This is Amaku now. Fresh pair of legs just in from the bench. Amaku looking to get the ball across. Wins a corner kick for Ireland. And another opportunity here to try and find that lead goal.
It's a good start for Maku. He's been involved heavily since he's come on. Could have won a side penalty and been direct in his play, forcing a corner here.
Scored a couple of goals earlier on in this campaign, Adamo Amaku, against Turkey and Norway. And wouldn't he love to get another one here tonight to help Ireland to a crucial victory. Sean Rowan has a goal already. This time takes the corner. Really couldn't get his head on it. It's back out to Hodge. Rowan will get a second chance here to deliver. Whips it in. Oh, Anselmo Garcia McNulty was right underneath that. That was a really important flick from the Latvian defender. Driven forward, it's 2-on-2 down here. Curtis gets in there to clear it away.
Yeah, Garcia McNulty thought his name was going to go up in lights there as the ball came in. Put his full head on it, but it was a great little glancing header from the Latvian centre-half to clear it. Just have to be careful that we're not caught in that counter-attack. 2v2 at the back is not something that Jim Crawford would want to see too often.
Reingox. No way past Sean Rowan. Heading for the final 20 minutes now here at Tallaght Stadium. As Healy hooks it away down as far as Sinclair Armstrong. Lovely first touch. And then a nice ball forward from Moore. This is good from Ireland. Players coming in support. Curtis is racing towards the back post, held up by Armstrong. Back as far as Sean Rowan here. Sets himself on that left boot. Turns down the cross in favour of a pass towards Moran. Curtis. Acres of space on this left-hand side for Rowan again. Eventually it finds its way out to him from Hodge. Here is Rowan. Was that a handball? Referee again was watching closely. It's gone out for a corner kick.
Looked like a handball there, but Sinclair Armstrong's getting great joy down this left-hand side in the channels in between the right back and the centre-half. We have to get up the pitch very quickly to help him out with it. Being slow to get up.
Matthew Healy puts it in right-footed. Good delivery. Oh, it was right underneath the crossbar. And in the end, it's gone behind for a goal kick. We'll get another look at it. In there was Sinclair Armstrong.
It was a great delivery by Matt Healy because it was into a great area inside the 6-yard box. It just hit Sinclair on the head. He had to just let it hit his chest. It probably would have went in because Yanis Beck's got the wrong side of Sinclair Armstrong there.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was flapping at that. Was in a little bit of trouble, but the chance goals are begging again for Ireland. Into the 72nd minute now as the evening draws in. Ball out towards a Maku from a Banquet is cut out. Good strong header then from Curtis. Joe Hodge, the captain, forces it forward. And Maku is in there. And Latvia happy enough just to concede the throw-in. Christos Penkovics, and there's a bit of a coming together after. Hitting the deck was Andy Moran. Now, let's see what the referee will make of this. Some of the Irish players not happy with their Latvian counterparts. So the referee, I think... there
was a poor tackle from Drusenins, the substitute. But it looks like he's going to...
He's got the card out, hasn't he? Yellow card. So 2 yellow cards, one for either side. The entities of Latvia, and I think Sinclair Armstrong, maybe for his reaction, has picked up a yellow as well. So 2 more players enter the book. Here it is again.
Very surprised now that Drusenins didn't go into the book, because he just went straight through the back of Andy Moran. And even Joe Hodge there raising his arms, that little push on Amanis.
Yeah, it looked like Penkovics, his shoulder or his arm collided with the head of Andy Moran there. There's the reaction from Sinclair Armstrong. So, free kick for Ireland at the end of it all. Can they find the all-important lead goal in this crucial qualifier? It's going to be Rowan, left-footed, to hang it up towards that back post. And this time, credit to Yanis Bex. He was a little bit uncomfortable under the last corner, but this time, decisive goalkeeping from the Latvian captain. Joe Hodge will take the throw in for Ireland. In fact, he'll leave it to Sean Rowan. Down it goes to Armstrong. Oh, his touch just let him down on that occasion.
It's just his confidence gone by Vientis. He hasn't done it yet. He's holding it up, holding the ball up instead of those 1v1 situations, to use his pace and power to get beyond Vientis. He's just holding it up and letting the defender win that individual battle at the moment.
Penkovic just hoofs that one off the field of play. Ireland with the throw in through Sean Rowan down this left-hand side, but now the clock becoming an issue with 16 minutes of normal time left to play in this, well, must-win match, isn't it, for Ireland in this qualifying group. Games to come against Norway and Italy, the other 2 teams chasing automatic qualification from the group, as Curtis down that right-hand side plays it across, can't beat the first defender. Ireland have a throw-in.
It certainly is a must-win game, especially after the victory against Turkey in Istanbul on Friday night. It was such an important victory, and then to come out here and not get the 3 points would be really poor from June Crawford's side.
Here's a Maku. Oh, does really well. Moran back out to the edge of the area again, and Maku went at it with the left boot. Healy was lurking there with intent as well. Garcia McNulty came through, and the referee has sounded the whistle. Garcia McNulty is down, so too is the Latvian player who committed the foul. That's Kaspars Anmanis, who got their goal. The yellow cards really are racking up now. He goes into the book as well.
He just gets there, Garcia McNulty, before Amanis. It's a lazy swipe, and it's a deserved yellow card. I think the referee's had a wonderful game today, Cole. He's managed it very well. He's given out yellow cards, certainly, but I think the majority of them have been for the right reason.
Looks like Ireland are going to make at least 1, maybe 2 substitutions. We'll keep an eye on that as they get set. Meantime, to take this free kick, Joe Hodge and James Abankwa are standing over it from that central position. Hodge plays it to Rowan. Abankwa has made his way into the area. Rowan drives it in. Goalkeeper, well, we could hear him from here screaming for that one. His defenders left it to him, and Latvia survive another Irish attack. 14 minutes left to play. Ireland 2, Latvia 2. Ireland still searching for that lead goal, but they did fall behind in this second half. They've won it back now. Another loose pass from Latvia. Sinclair Armstrong wins a corner. Another corner for Ireland.
It's great play. Penkovics again. Sloppy, that little pass that we've talked about a lot in this game across the centre of the pitch. Ireland intercept. Another opportunity now from this dead ball situation.
A couple of subs coming for Ireland in just a second, but we'll have the corner first. Sean Rowan was whipping that one in left-footed. The referee, though, has spotted something he's not happy with. He's going to speak to Sinclair Armstrong. He's also speaking to the Latvian defender Rudolf Reingugs. And now will allow things to get back underway. Looks like Johnny Kenny and Armstrong Oko Flex are set to come in for Ireland. Sean Rowan gets set for the corner again. Low delivery. Might get a second chance here, and does. Lofts it up nicely. And the chance for Anselmo Garcia McNulty. Just couldn't get the header into the corner, away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was just, the ball was just too high for him, so he couldn't get any power in the header. It just ended an easy save for Becks.
Again, Latvia almost losing possession, but this time they've managed to retrieve the situation and now go down that left-hand flank. Good defending from a Banquet. And now the referee will allow these substitutions to take place on the Ireland team. So it's going to be two attacking players to come in. Sinclair Armstrong got the opening goal of the evening all the way back in the 16th minute. His evening is over, and Johnny Kenny, very familiar surroundings for him here, playing his club football at the moment with Shamrock Rovers. Kenny's in. The other player to make way is Rocco Vata, who started the game so well. But his evening is over after 78.5 minutes, and Armstrong Oko Flex is the player to come in for Ireland. He scored both goals in the win over Latvia last October, and if he could find another one here tonight against the same opposition, it could well be priceless at the end of this campaign.
Just the talent that Jim Crawford is able to bring on. Johnny Kenny, 10 league goals in the SSE Electricity League so far this season with Shamrock Rovers, and like you said, Oko Flex scoring 2 goals in Latvia earlier on in this game, playing with Zurich at the moment.
Well, Ireland need a goal. 11 minutes of normal time to play here at Tallaght Stadium. Instant impact from Oko Flex, gets involved here. Has support from Rowan, cuts inside the challenge nicely. And now needs some support. Back to Hodge. Oh, it just slides past the substitute. Oko Flex as he tried to just reach far enough to get a touch on it.
Nice introduction from Oko Flex though, getting on the ball. Tricky winger. Need to get him on the ball as much as possible in this last 10 minutes. Himself and Johnny Kenny.
So 10 minutes left to play of normal time. It's been a pretty eventful game so far at Tallaght Stadium. You feel like there might be another twist or two left in it. And let's hope from an Irish point of view that involves an Irish goal. But Latvia on the attack here. And Anselmo Garcia McNulty got back there with a pretty important intervention. As Ireland did look exposed as they go on the attack now down the other end. Wonderful play to set up this chance. Moran shifts it quickly. Garcia McNulty inside the area. Johnny Kenny! It's blocked down. It's still there for Ireland. Moran strikes it with the right boot, and it's out behind for another corner kick. But that all started with some brilliant play along the far side from Adamo Umaku.
Yeah, Garcia McNulty wins the ball initially, plays it out to Sam Curtis. Umaku does a lovely nutmeg. Garcia McNulty continues its run. Just falls to Johnny Kenny. Just didn't get his shot away quick enough. It was blocked by the alert Latvian defence.
Here comes the corner kick. Yet another one for Ireland. Sean Rowan will deliver it left-footed. Can Ireland find a way through? The goalkeeper flops at it again, but this time he's fortunate. Was able to collect it at the second time of asking. Janis Beks, the Latvian goalkeeper. He's the captain of the visitors tonight. Ireland taking their time with this throw-in, but, well, how do the substitutions change the way that Ireland play, Conan, now in the next 10 minutes or so?
There's been no change to the system, Carl. It's same, like for like. Johnny Kenny has gone up front instead of Sinclair Armstrong. Idemo Mako on the right-hand side. And Armstrong, Oko Flex on the left, with Andy Moore just in behind the fourth. So it's going to be an attacking four.
It's a good ball forward towards Kenny. Oko Flex holds off the initial challenge, then just gets it away in time, but was that kept in by Sean Rowan? It's gone out for a throw-in, an Irish throw-in, in fact. Rowan looking for an option here, not a whole lot on in front of him. These crucial moments in Ireland's qualifying journey. Currently sitting in second place. They'd finish the night in second place as things stand, but they would fall back with Italy set to move further in front of the top of the table. That ball through towards Oko Flex, just had a little bit too much behind it.
It's unlucky for Maku because he's driving inside the fullback, which is great to see, but just that pass, that final ball, that's been missing from Ireland's play a lot tonight.
"83 minutes played at Tallaght Stadium. And still Ireland looking for that all-important third goal. They did fall 2-1 behind in this second half. They responded instantly shortly after the hour mark through Sean Rowan. But as Jim Crawford said in the build-up to this game, it's a game in which they need to get all 3 points, having done so brilliantly to do that in Turkey on Friday night. Lovely turn from Oko Flex. 3 defenders for company. He's still going, then is just hauled down. And it's yet another yellow card, this time for Reingolks. Irish free kick.
Great play by Armstrong, Oko Flex. It's just his skill to get away from 3 Latvian players there. Reingolks had no option but to take him down.
And now the Irish free kick. Sean Rowan and Matthew Healy are there. Referee signals that Ireland are okay to go. Here is the delivery. Drilled all the way across. Garcia McNulty got the first header onto it. No one from an Irish point of view was close enough to take advantage. And again, Latvia survive. Janis Beks taking his time, winding down the clock all the time. 84.5 minutes played now. Ireland have had 20 attempts in this game, but they still only have those 2 goals. They had a number of chances, particularly in the first half when they were on top at 1-0. Might they regret not taking more of them. Still time to go to try and get all 3 points. Sam Curtis will collect this ball across on the far side of the field. Amaku, brilliant direct running from Amaku. He's still going. Adamu Amaku for Ireland! And then takes the shot at the end of it all, unable to find the target. With that direct running, causing all sorts of trouble for Latvia.
Substitutions are working out well for Jim Crawford. Gets a little bit of luck in his run, but his directness gets him through. Just a wild swipe at the end. Good play from Ireland.
And there was the attempt in the end. It was a long way off target from Amaku. And there comes the goal kick from Janis Beks. Well, Ireland have been engaged in some late drama in this group, all the way back in their first match in the campaign, a 3-2 win over Turkey. This very time last year, the 8th of September 2023, down in Turner's Cross, a late goal, and that evening secured a 3-2 victory. And now they require the exact same here to try and edge past Latvia and set themselves up for a tilted automatic qualification in October with those fixtures against Norway, that game in Turner's Cross, and then away to Italy in their final match in the group. The winner of the group, remember, will go directly through to the finals, as Latvia again wind down the clock, taking their time with the throw-in. Sent across. Curtis has some defending to do, but Latvia have won it, and they might get the lead goal here. They're inside the area. In the end, the shot from Rouse Maslows was a rather tame effort, easily saved by Keeley.
It was a good opportunity for Ireland. Maku got caught up the pitch a little bit. Curtis got caught inside. He probably should have struck his boot right through it rather than tried to curl it.
Ball forward from Rowan, straight to a Latvian player, but Ireland have got it back now in the middle. Moran looking for Johnny Kenny. Kenny's first touch just a little heavy, all the way back to Bex, who went at it first time. 3 minutes of normal time left to play at Tallaght Stadium. Can Ireland find a way through to get those crucial 3 points in this match? Oko Flex. Garcia McNulty. And now with Banquet. Here's Garcia McNulty again. Hodge, the Irish captain. Sean Rowan thought about the ball first time, instead brings it all the way across. Here's a chance for Imaku on the edge of the area. That's a good block down. Latvia defending well. They've got 10 players behind the ball. Healy. Ireland having to be patient, having to try and work this Latvian defence. Hodge goes direct this time. Struck the shot nicely. Again, it's another good block from Latvia, and this time the referee will hold play as well. Ireland aren't happy with that decision. I think it was the player that blocked that ball down as the effort came through. And in comes the treatment for the Latvian player. The clock will tell you that time is running out now for Ireland. 88, almost 89 minutes played here at Tallaght Stadium, and no wonder Jim Crawford and the Irish bench are rather anxious about the current situation. They know how important 3 points tonight would be. Still waiting for play to get back underway. Jim Crawford patrolling the sideline. He's made a couple of changes in this second half, and they've worked reasonably well, but Ireland yet to find that third goal. There's the Latvian boss, Alexandras Bazos. He'll be delighted with the way that his team has played in this game.
Well, they performed very well in the second half. Latvia managed to get a goal in front, weren't able to hold on to the lead. You're always vulnerable when you score, and that was the result of that. But they defended really well in this second half. But Ireland will be very disappointed that if they don't come away with 3 points.
We get an indication of added time in just a second. We're hearing 5 added minutes at the end of the 90. 5 minutes for Ireland to try and find what could well be a historic, crucial goal in this qualifying campaign. Latvia have been very firm in defence in this second half, but Ireland on the attack again. Sean Rowan, left-footed delivery. This one will fall for Hodge, who opted to try and slide that one across to Imaku instead of going for the shot. Here is Imaku, lovely turn. It's all very congested in that middle third. Imaku then is fouled. It's a free kick for Ireland in a very good position here. So a chance coming for the home team.
Just all very congested in there. Imaku does really well just to lift the ball over the 2 Latvian defenders and wins a free kick in a very good position.
So there's the 2 Irish players standing over it. It's Matt Healy and Sean Rowan in around the ball. Latvia just setting up that wall. They've got a player lying down behind as well. 5 minutes of added time. We're into the second of those now. Can Ireland find themselves a goal? Rowan and Healy standing over it. It'll be Sean Rowan for Ireland. Far too much on that. And in the end, doesn't trouble Yanis Bex. So, Conan, let's talk about player of the match now. We're at that stage of the game.
Yeah, I think Rocco Vata obviously had a very good first half, but I think Ireland's number 8, Matt Healy, has been absolutely superb in this, in the whole 90 minutes. His tenacity, his passing, his tackling, he's won all his duels, and he's my player of the match this evening.
So congratulations to Matthew Healy, the Irish midfielder player of the match this evening, as chosen by Conan Byrne. With 3 minutes to go now, out of 5 added on. Ireland at the wrong end of the field in terms of trying to find an equaliser. Garcia McNulty sends it forward. Johnny Kenny flicks it in field, was looking for the run of Moran, didn't quite come off, and Latvia win it back now. There is Healy getting the foot in to force that one out for a Latvian throw-in, but, well, the visitors are going to take their time, aren't they, with every set piece that they have from here to the finish. Winding down that clock, it'll be a big, big result for them if they could pull off a point here, Latvia. They've won 2 games in this group. They've played out a draw with Italy back in the opening game as well. 7 points from 7 matches. Ireland came in tonight with 16 points from 7. And they were hoping to add 3 onto that to set themselves up for a tilted automatic qualification next month. Well, right now, it'll be 2 points dropped for Ireland if it was to finish as it is now. There's a foul on Josh Keeley.
It's just disappointing. I probably would have said from the lull in that first half that the lads were speaking of a half-time. That's where the game dropped. Ireland started the game so well, got their goal, probably should have got 2 or 3-0 up. But they dropped off their play, dropped off the performance, allowed Latvia back into the game and scoring before half-time. It just took a lot out of Ireland, and they haven't been able to get going in the second half.
Let's see, can they find something here? Who can provide the inspiration? Well, they've got a free kick. Amaku is the player fouled, and it's another opportunity from a set piece for Ireland. Amaku has done well since coming in, and now Ireland trying to get moving again pretty quickly here. Healy is standing over the free kick. They've committed quite a few bodies into the area, Ireland. Lots of green shirts in there. Can one of them force the ball to the back of the net? Healy will put in a right-footed delivery. Plenty of pace behind it. Oh, Garcia McNulty got his head on that. It was quite a way off target in the end, but he'll feel like he could have done better.
Oh, it's a huge opportunity because it lands straight on his head, and he just doesn't use it to guide it into the direction of the goal. And it's a poor header from his point of view. He'll be very disappointed that he didn't get it on target at least.
Was that the chance for Ireland? We're in the final minute of the 5 added on. A game that Ireland dominated, particularly in the first half. Latvia, though, with that equaliser just before half-time. Then they took the lead shortly after the hour mark, Latvia. Ireland bounced back with that goal from Sean Rowan. Plenty of chances for the home team, but right now it's level. Johnny Kenny into the area for Ireland. Kenny for Ireland! Well saved by the goalkeeper. There was power behind the shot. Yanis Bex, and that's the final action here at Tallaght Stadium. It's a disappointing evening for the Republic of Ireland, and they'll view that, Conan, probably as 2 points drop.
Oh, it's huge, 2 points drop. Great opportunity at the end from Johnny Kenny. He put everything behind it. It was a good save by Bex. But yeah, terribly disappointed. The players are not happy on the pitch there, in the sense that they see this as an opportunity missed, especially after winning in Turkey the other night. And if you are winning tonight going into the next 2 rounds of games against Italy and Norway, you're in a very, very good position. Now the pressure's back on Ireland to try and gain automatic qualification, which will be that little bit more difficult now.
Well, all is not lost. There are those games to come next month against Norway and Italy. Ireland started tonight in second place in the group. They were hoping to add those 3 points to, well, give themselves a real tilt at the opportunity to secure automatic qualification, which is the prize for the group winner in this European Championship qualifying group, but tonight they've been held to a 2-2 draw by Latvia here at Tallaght Stadium. Indeed, Ireland fell behind in the second half, but they equalised through Sean Rowan to earn themselves a point, but in the end 2 dropped for Ireland this evening. The full-time score at Tallaght Stadium, the Republic of Ireland 2, Latvia 2.
Thanks for that. A little bit more pressure on them now, heading into their final games. It would have been great to have a bit more of their destiny in their own hands, but as it stands in Group A, a draw for Ireland means they still have, in ways, their destiny in their own hands, with huge games to come against Italy and Norway. So Italy on top of the table there, Ireland second, Norway third. And unfortunately for Ireland, that 2-2 draw means that they just have a bit more work to do to hope to get that automatic qualification spot. And look, who knows, they do have those 2 games as well to come against Italy and Norway, so there'll be plenty to learn. Loads of talking points from this evening. We'll be going through all of them after these.
Matt, it could yet prove to be an important point, but I think ultimately the body language says a lot. Disappointment not to have got a result.
Yeah, fully. We're all disappointed not to get a result. We came into this game winning. We're trying to win. We came to this camp trying to win 2 games, and that was the aim. So it's disappointing when we not do that. But listen, we got 4 points from the camp. We have to look on the positive side of things. We're all disappointed now, but we'll look back on it later.
You probably expected them to sit in and be difficult to break down, but just with the amount of chances that we created, it just adds to that frustration.
100%. We know we're a good team. Our attackers are good forwards. We create chances every game. We were just unlucky not to put away a few, and listen, that's football, isn't it?
But yet the character to bounce back after the disappointment of conceding the second goal, you know, it says an awful lot about this squad. You didn't let the heads drop and you bounce back straight away.
100%. We have a great group of lads in there, great character, you know. Listen, yeah, we're all disappointed in there now, and we're just going to look back at it and reflect it into a point.
Ultimately, 2 more massive games to play, and the game against Norway now at Turner's Cross is going to almost prove the pivotal game in this group.
100%, it's huge. We've got, listen, there's another 2 games left. It's still there for us, you know what I mean? We'll look forward to those 2 games now and look past this one.
Listen, not the result you wanted. Congratulations though on being the man of the match tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks very much, appreciate it.
It's not the result you wanted. Overall, how do you reflect on the night's work?
It's disappointing. Look, we controlled the game, and probably not to the tempo that we wanted. We created some chances, but for me, we gifted them 2 goals. Simple as that. Gifted 2 goals, and we got what we deserved.
It's the nature of those goals that I imagine just adds to the frustration, because it's below the standards that you collectively would set of yourselves.
Yeah, without a doubt. Look, we get done on our right hand side, and simple defending, and then there was a runner that wasn't tracked that goes and scores the first one just before half time. And then in fairness to Latvia, they came out and they killed the game and slowed it up, which suited them.
I think it was close to 30 chances, or 30 shots on goal to 5 for Latvia. Like maybe the final ball, the clinical nature. Listen, is there more you could have done at the top end of the pitch tonight?
Oh, without a doubt. Look, you're 1-0 up and you're creating chances. Rocco hits the post, and that was the time then, but it didn't happen, and we said it to them at half time, and gifted them a second goal, and it's 2-1. And
the important thing is it could become a very important point. Italy have just gone 3-0 up. The Norway game next month is now ultimately going to be the game that's going to possibly decide whether we're tournament bound next summer or not.
Yeah, look, we said to them in there, let's regroup. It's not a great feeling in the dressing room there, but look, we've got 2 massive games in a few weeks' time. It's a quick turnaround, so we look forward to Norway coming in Turner's Cross, and that's a big one.
You mentioned in your programme notes that this is a group that's come through a lot on and off the pitch, and obviously we all want to be at the finals next year, but it's a developmental grade as well, and there's a kind of a harsh lesson that has to be learned tonight as well. This is part and parcel of international football, and you need to bounce back next month.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think international football, or when you play against European teams, you think you're in control, you've created numerous chances, and then you're caught in a sucker punch. It's something they've got to learn at this level. And then, the next step is senior football, which is, it's totally different, So it's about the players learning at this stage of their development, and that's, for me, that was key today for them.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.